Hi, welcome in for the latest installation of the Kitchen Magic playlist. This is Cynthia. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. You may have heard already that this latest Kitchen Magic installation is going to be the history of birthday cake as well as the history of peach, cultivation, and magical uses. So I'm here in Rachel's kitchen and her spouse, Shawn. This is Rachel.
Hello. I'm going over the recipe.
And Shawn's in the background. He can walk into the shot if he wants or just say hi from wherever he wants. And we're just getting started. So Rachel, tell us a little bit about what we're doing here today.
Okay, so we are going to make a peach upside down birthday cake.
Ooh.
One, because it is utterly delicious, but also because I'm drowning in peaches, and this is one way to use them. And personally, I don't love a birthday cake, and this one I do like, so.
Yeah, it's a perfect, because I absolutely love peaches, and I love you. So it's a perfect, and I just have to thank you, because today is my birthday. I may not have mentioned that yet in this video, so that's why we're making a birthday cake. So what's the first step here?
Okay, I am going to make the batter first, because the peaches are so ripe that I fear that if we slice them and put them in the pan, they will turn brown, and so I want them as pretty as possible when the batter goes on. So we're going to start by making the batter, which is a fairly simple butter, flour, baking powder mixture. So I need to get out a bowl for mixing.
Great.
Pre-softened.
I haven't said anything yet. I keep meaning to comment on how beautiful these peaches are. And this egg is in here because it calls for a room temperature egg. Okay, sorry to interrupt, Rachel.
And that egg is from my mom's farmer's chickens.
Very nice.
I come from a family where my mom has a farmer.
Very nice. I love a good farm fresh egg.
A lady farmer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're going to cream some butter.
And you wanted the butter to be room temperature also, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Because it's easier for creaming.
Yeah, otherwise we'd have to do some trickery where you could take a stick of butter and put hot water in a pint glass, and then the stick is standing up, and you put the dump out the water, put the hot pint glass over it, and it will make the butter soft.
That's a good tip. I never have done that. Also, I'm just admiring the wet bar over there. Nicely done, Shawn.
Okay, cream, butter, and sugar. So 3/4 cup of white sugar. Will you hand me the 1/4 cup measure? 3 of these.
And I also, whenever you're ready, I want to hear the story about your favorite birthday cake, Rachel. But if you need to concentrate first before you do that, I understand. That's kind of how I am.
Make noise.
So, yeah.
With the
Okay, so the butter's all creamed, and now what's happening?
Now we are going to add vanilla and egg. I never measure vanilla because if this calls for 1 teaspoon, I think, the more the merrier.
Yeah, I'm like you. I sometimes do a lot of cook by feel. Sometimes it backfires, though.
Yeah, but with spices, I mean, Like I'm not gonna do a baking project without measuring
Sure. No,
flour.
yeah, I'm not worried, but I've had my own experiences because I'll be like, who needs to measure? I'm just going to wing it. And then it's like, oh, there's a reason that it's very specifically calls for cold butter versus warm or whatever. Yeah.
Or in order. I remember making very bad cookies once because you have to do all that stuff in order to create the consistency and
Indeed.
the proper flavor.
So tell me about your favorite birthday cake, Rachel.
My favorite birthday cake is an oatmeal cake that my mom has been making since before I can even remember. So it's from this like 70s kind of groovy recipe book. I believe they're called cookbooks. And it's like a spice cake, but it's oatmeal cake. And so you soak the oatmeal in hot water to, soften it up. And then you make your cake mixture, and then the oatmeal goes into it. So, and
Very
then it's,
nice.
like cinnamony. And it's got what's called broiler frosting. So it's butter mixed up with brown sugar, chopped up nuts, walnuts. We're a walnut family. And it's supposed to have coconut, but I don't like coconut. And I'm not sure why no one else in my family likes coconut. It might be because I forbid it. And it's just no one's allowed to eat coconut, certainly in my presence. And so the frosting, we omit the coconut. But then it's like, it becomes sort of like a buttery thing. You spread it on the cake and you put it under the broiler, so it kind of toasts it up and melts it, and then it kind of melts down into the
very nice
oatmeal cake and makes it,
Was your mom a traditionalist with the candles and you sitting at the table and then the cake comes out and everybody's singing happy birthday?
Absolutely.
Yeah, very nice.
And with ice cream on the side, still is. My mom always has cake and ice cream for birthdays. Her birthday's coming up in a few weeks, and my sisters are going to be here to celebrate. And yesterday, Melissa asked me, well, what kind of cake should we make for Mom? And I said, let's make her oatmeal cake because everybody likes it. And Shawn has a new ice cream maker, so he can make some homemade ice cream to go with it.
Yum. I love homemade ice cream.
We have homemade ice cream to go with this later.
Oh, my God.
So we've got
yummy
vanilla ice cream. So I'm going to mix up the egg and
I don't think I said this out loud. I took a picture of the recipe, so I might splice that in early in the video, but this is a peach upside down cake that we're making. I don't think I said that yet or narrated it. Or that Rachel is making and I'm helping.
Which I looked into. You can do this with all kinds of fruit. I've done it with rhubarb before. It's very tasty.
Very nice. All right, so that's all mixed. Shawn, what about your favorite birthday cake growing up? Do you have good birthday memories?
There's one. My mom made me a lemon meringue pie, which is my favorite pie, for my birthday cake. And she actually even put in these long candles into the meringue. And of course, it started to fold over. But yeah, that
How
was
cute.
a good memory. That's a
Yeah,
good
it's
memory.
very sweet. Very sweet.
I'm over here searching for a quarter teaspoon.
And I don't know if you noticed all these paintings in the background. Shawn is the art collector, although I think Rachel probably loves to collect art as well.
Yeah, I picked up that.
I have it.
Now I'm going to put together the flour part. Oh no, I'm going to turn on the oven. I'm going to do the flour part. So this is 1 1/4 cup flour. I need 1 1/4 teaspoon baking powder. Bought this at Cindy's favorite grocery store yesterday.
Oh dear. Yeah, we had a big saga because I am very averse to Winco, which is a regional grocery store that's always packed because it's so affordable. And I made kind of a stink about being dragged into Winco, but it turned out that it was very positive. And I would actually love to be able to shop at Winco, but I'm crowd averse, and this one was not crowded. So I was like, God, maybe if I lived here, I could shop at Winco.
Needed baking powder, and I'm going to go to the cheapest place to get it.
Yeah, good thinking. And I didn't know that Winco was employee owned. I should have known that, but
Yeah,
I
I
did
thought
not.
you'd like that too.
Yeah, I like that. I do. It makes me wish I didn't have such a freakazoid issue with being in a crowded grocery store.
Oh, okay. So now apparently we are going to. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. Or not. Maybe not. This is. I have to add this with alternating milk. Half a cup of milk.
Is this still part of the cake itself?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the top we're gonna do. It's like I'm gonna have to slice up a bunch of peaches, melt some butter, put some brown sugar.
Perfect. Oh, and I'll be filming all that. We'll get that.
This you want to do in alternating, so you add like part of the flour and then part of the milk, whip it, and then add part of the flour and part of the milk again. So I don't know how precise you need to be. I think I'm going to do it in 2 parts.
And those are the kinds of specific instructions that I learned not to ignore. Kind of like what we were just talking about. It's like, you got to do it like that.
This is my favorite spatula.
I like how it looks, for sure.
Looks like a tulip.
Uh-huh.
One of the things I love about spatulas, like the rubber kind of spatulas that you use, scrapers, is when I slap them on my hand, it's really loud slapping, spanking noise. And that's the sort of thing I like.
Yes.
To do the upside down part, which is so easy. This is a 1/4 cup of melted butter.
Okay.
Going in here, going in hot. And then we're going to put in a 1/4 cup of brown sugar.
This is so interesting. I've never made an upside down cake. I've had it before, but I've never made one. So I'm so ecstatic that you're making one for this channel.
It seems to me like one of the times that you and I were in Newport, that I made a pineapple upside down cake, but if I did, it was from a box. It was not like...
I kind of have a memory of that too. I had forgotten about that, but...
Packed. My brown sugar must be packed. It's packed enough for me. So this will make kind of like that syrupy, yummy, good goopy stuff.
Yeah, and then this is what the upside down part, if you've never had an upside down cake, is where the sliced peaches go. So the sliced peaches will go into this pan that Rachel's preparing right now. And while she's slicing peaches, I'll probably go into the history of birthday cake a little bit during that segment. I'm just talking out loud because this is an amateur cooking video.
Okay, so my peaches are clean. Well, not those two. Those two are my clean and multi-purpose because I don't like the feeling of brown sugar on my hands. So I will. These are spray-free yard peaches.
I was going to ask what variety of peaches they were.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know too many varieties of peaches besides white peaches and those donut peaches, and I don't like really either one of those.
A really popular one is called August Lady. When I canned peaches a few years ago, those were the peaches we used, and everybody raved about them.
I'm going to use this as my waste bowl and a cutting board just in case you need it.
And Rachel had a really beautiful technique for peeling a peach that I've never seen because I don't tend to peel my peaches, but Not everybody loves the peach skin because of the fuzz, and it can be kind of tart. So, oh, and Rachel doesn't like that hard stuff next to the pit either. Now watch this.
So these are, well, this one maybe is not working as well, but.
Isn't that cool though? You've got good hands with this. Like, a good knife is important too. If you have a shitty knife, that makes cooking so much harder. Beautiful. Look at that.
And I'll probably tidy that up here in a bit. Sometimes these things just like...
Yeah, that's what they were doing yesterday. I was watching in amazement as they just peeled right off the fruit. So cool. Remember the peach pit on 90210?
I do. I do.
And then the peach pit after dark.
Yeah, I guess.
Where they started having concerts and everything.
Oh, yeah.
The Flaming Lips played at one of the Peach Pit After Dark shows.
I wonder how they got that gig.
I know. It's weird. So here I am in the shot because I wanted to be in this shot where I talk about the history of birthday cakes. So thank you for filming, Shawn, for a minute. So the earliest versions of birthday cake took place in Egypt, Greece, and Rome. So in Egypt, there was a form of cake which were called kak cookies, Khak. I think that's how you would pronounce that. They were Egyptian. They were made to honor Ra, the sun god, and they celebrated they were made every time a person had acquired another year of their life, another trip around the sun, because Ra was a sun god. Those cookies were made of flour, butter, sugar, nutmeg, vanilla, cinnamon, and milk, and they're still made today. Then kind of fast forward a little bit into the Greco-Roman period of history, and cakes were made as temple offerings for the goddess Artemis. They were baked into half-moon shapes because Artemis is a goddess of the moon and the hunt. So once a year, they made these half-moon shaped cakes, put candles in them so that they would glow like the moon, and carried them to the temple of Artemis. And as a little side piece, Cynthia is a derivative of the name Kinthos, after Mount Kinthos, which was considered to be affiliated with the goddess Artemis. So the name Cynthia is also associated with the moon, because the Roman version of Artemis is the goddess Diana, I believe. And so somehow those three deities have a relationship with Kinthos and Cynthia, and so that's how my name is also associated with that. And those cakes were made on the 6th day of every lunar year and brought to the temple of Artemis. And then fast forward into, like, what century was that? I wrote it down, but now I can't remember. Like the late 19th century, maybe. And the country of Germany actually advanced the sort of concept of a birthday cake even further for Kinderfest, which was a day celebrating a child's life. It didn't have to be his birthday necessarily, but it was a party held for a child in which a cake would be made and lit with candles. There's one more history here, and it was the Roman history of cakes. The Romans also made a birthday cake, and they made it only for someone's 50th birthday. And those cakes were made from flowers, nuts, yeast, and honey. So cakes are also a popular offering even now in Eastern and Western Europe for the fairy folk. Fairy folk are known to like honey cakes, and so they're often left outdoors for the fairies.
I have a question.
Yeah.
They only got it for their 50th birthday, or did they just start getting them on their 50th?
I don't know. Maybe they continued it after their 50th, but that's a great question. But it was considered a milestone birthday even to the Romans, which I found interesting. I didn't know that. And my sources for these facts, I need to remember, are Food and Wine magazine. And then another writer, chef, and teacher by the name, where is her name? I wrote it down. Her website is The Magic Kitchen. She's a kitchen witch and a hedge witch. And she's the one that gave me a lot of information about peaches. I'll go ahead and do that now too, since we're sitting right here by these peaches. Peaches have their origin in China from 2000 before the Common Era, But they were then cultivated in Persia, which is modern-day Iran, and reached Greece around 300 BCE. So the Spanish are who first brought peaches to the Americas when they came over in the 16th century. The Chinese associate peach with more vitality and abundance energy than any other tree because the blossoms appear before the leaves. I said this before when I was out by the peach tree. This will all be spliced together and it won't matter. It might be redundant or it might not. But Chinese sorcerers armed themselves with peach rods made from branches of the peach tree to protect them from spectral evil spirits. Peaches are associated with kami, which are Japanese nature spirits. They're associated with Venus and Aphrodite. They're associated with Freya, and they're associated with Hathor, a Greek goddess. Or I'm sorry, an Egyptian goddess. They're associated with longevity, protection, vitality, love. They're also considered an aphrodisiac. Peach blossoms can be used as a powerful sedative. And I think that's it for peach and birthday cake magic. Thank you for filming for me, Shawn.
You're welcome. Baby, can you close that cabinet?
So look at these beautiful, this is the layer. This is the upside down peach layer for the cake. So now you were about to do what, Rachel?
Okay, I need to dollop the cake on here. And I think I just spoon it over the peaches and kind of, I might like tap the, well, let's see. This is Shawn's beloved mixer. He always wants me to make sure that I'm careful with it because I think it was really expensive. He tells me that all the time.
Yeah.
But I like to tease Shawn also.
Well, and everybody's got their particularly cherished kitchen items for sure.
And I think according to Shawn, they don't make them like this anymore.
Like that mixer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're just gonna plop and drop.
Hey, hey, look at this. It's so crazy how different that is than like if you think about making a box cake batter, right? Like so you would never get a box cake batter that looked like that, and yet this will be so superior. Like very beautiful. Look at that. You've got a nice technique there.
Thank you. I think I'm a good baker, which is funny because it's not like I even love baking.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you're good at things that you're like, huh, okay. I don't find it therapeutic.
Yeah.
But I like eating good things.
Oh my God, yeah. This is going to be so amazing. I cannot wait. And once again, too, just thank you because this is a really lovely way to be treated for my birthday.
My pleasure. When I knew that you were going to be coming to visit, I started planning all the things I wanted to cook for you because I like cooking for people. So I like cooking more than I like baking.
Mm-hmm.
I do like cooking.
A good memory between us is the time that we made crepes, or crepes, as they say. Remember that?
When you started saying a good memory, I was like, oh, that one time we made crepes.
Yeah.
Crepes.
We made a savory and a sweet. I feel like we made broccoli and cheese and then strawberry. Is that what we did?
It's like a strawberry cream. So I think we used sort of like cream cheese.
Yeah, that's right.
Cream cheese spread type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Yeah, they were really good. Even the cheese sauce came out good, and I find cheese sauce really challenging.
Mm-hmm. It's that roux. Cindy and I went to college together.
We did.
Okay. I guess it's ready to go in the oven.
Sweet. Is the oven ready? Because I might film you putting it in the oven. That's a satisfying shot.
I want to double check the temperature because I just assumed it was 350.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 350. Okay, we're gonna bake this cake in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. And
Exciting.
See what happens.
Here's Agnes. Agnes is the blue tick that you heard in the other video in the background. She's got a beautiful bark. She's in the center of all this activity and excited that there's a guest, I think. Kitty. Here's little Enzo. He's a frisky guy. He's my new BFF. And not to be neglected, this is Shoshana. Rachel calls her Shosh for short. Oop, and there's little Millie making his sweet little sounds. I was hoping he would do that. Just look at these gorgeous peaches. This is a peach tree that is growing in the backyard of my dear friend Rachel and her husband Shawn's home in Boise, Idaho. The other morning when I was sitting out here having my coffee, it was full of little birds. Very soothing to listen to. Peach wood is considered protective. It protects people against spectral spirits. According to Chinese belief systems, especially of the past, you used to be able to cut like a branch out of a peach tree like this and make it a wand and then carry it ahead of you as a form of protection. Peach pits are also carved and used as protective amulets for children. And you can even take peach tree wood like this and carve a protective amulets to install in your doorways of your home. But this peach tree growing in my friend's backyard, I just find it so beautiful, and it's just full of delicious smelling peaches that she's at this point right now of having to keep up on getting them all ready and put up for the summer. Here's little Milford too. He's hanging out here, you can see, by the peach tree. He's a little budgie. He recently lost his mate, but apparently the mate was not one that was chosen. They didn't choose each other, and they didn't have a good relationship, so that's sad. But I like little Milford. You all know that if you watch my channel that I'm a bird person, and I have a little green cheek conure. This is little Millie. He's got the sweetest little sounds. He's very hand shy though, so he doesn't get handled very often. Hi, little Millie. All right, here's the moment of truth. We're pulling this bad boy out of the oven.
Agnes, are we ready?
Woof! No, I'm sure. Sorry to be a nerd. Beautiful. It looks perfect, my God. And this isn't even it yet. As you can imagine, it's an upside down cake, so this is
right side up. Let's test it to see if it is done.
Looks like it, yeah. It smells amazing. And in fact, that was one thing I was reading. This is probably kind of obvious, but I'll just say it because it's kind of how what I've always thought, but it turned out that it's true. You know that a peach is ready when it smells like a peach. Then you know it's ripe and ready to be eaten. So anyways, yeah.
So now this needs to cool for 10 minutes, but I'm going to have it cool for 11, and we'll turn it onto a plate.
Sweet. Can't wait. Here's Rachel picking some peaches.
That might be nice.
And then we're about to flip this upside down cake. So we wanted to capture the moment, and don't judge us if it doesn't completely come out of the pan because we're amateur chefs here.
It's a little hotter than I was anticipating.
Is it still hot? Do you want to wait?
No.
Okay.
It's not burning hot. It's just,
okay,
more hot than I want to touch.
Yeah. The moment of truth.
Whoa. Feels like it came out.
Hey, oh my God, look how beautiful.
Let's hide that little part.
That is so pretty. Look how pretty and perfect. Peach baby, give me your hand.
Smell it.
It smells divine. It smells like a beautiful late summer evening in Boise, Idaho with two of my faves. It looks absolutely stunning, and I cannot thank you enough for making me this beautiful peach upside down cake with fresh peaches from your backyard. And we're even going to do, yes, exactly.
Because you're...
Rachel, I could not even tell you the last time that I had a birthday cake with candles. So this is very cool. The candles were an afterthought too. We didn't even think to do that until the last minute. And I'm 52, so we've got a 5 of one kind and 2 of the other there, which is perfect.
Time to light them.
With the flamethrower.
Oh, yeah.
So perfect.
It's a birthday extravaganza.
You want to take over here and then yeah, okay. I'll come over and blow out the candles. I didn't get my zany sunglasses. I forgot them. Oh, well. All right. I wish for...
You can't tell us.
Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise it won't come true. I know what she's going to wish for, though.
The wind blew out some of the candles.
That means that the goddess was helping you.
Yes. Thank you, goddess. Okay. Let's eat it. Eat it. Look how beautiful it's serving or plating, as they say, right? Looks really nice on the plate, especially with a little dollop of this fresh homemade ice cream that Shawn made.
It's so moist.
Everybody's favorite word.
Okay. Where'd that spoon go?
Isn't that pretty? Look at this. I'm so lucky, you guys. Thank you so much for this. This is just really wonderful.
Okay.
All right, I'm going for the first bite here. It's so good. Yeah, it's really, really good. I can't even stop.
Let me see.
Yeah.
She
better try it
might
out.
just be being like polite. 'Cause
I might have to have another piece just to make sure it's actually good. But
yeah, that's pretty good.
it's
Pretty
awesome.
darn good.
It's delicious. It's delicious. Well done, Rachel.
Happy birthday, Cindy.
Happy birthday, birthday girl.